And welcome to another episode of the Grimm Tales podcast. As you can see, we have a goofy-ass picture in the background, and it is on a goofy-ass movie. I, of course, am your host, Gabri, and this is your co-host, VC Lawrence. Say hello.
VC Lawrence, ho, ho, ho.
Ho, ho, ho. That is right.
Ho, ho, ho for today.
As you can see, we are donning it up. I'm in this stupid-ass... Look at this stupid-ass shit that I'm wearing. But I wanted to make sure...
Went all out.
Yeah. So we're going to... This is the next two episodes. This episode and the next episode after this, you're going to see, because that is the theme for tonight's movies, I guess you would say. They are Christmas horror movies. And this one is a little different. This one is a Christmas horror comedy?
Yeah, that's what I would say. Horror comedy.
Yeah, horror comedy. Yeah. I would like to say that this movie is on par with, say, the Leprechaun movies. So if you like the Leprechaun movies, you might enjoy this one. And I say that might, you might. Maybe.
You might.
I
think you'll like it.
It's goofy. If you like goofy shit,
it's a great goofy movie.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm gonna say this as we get into this show. I'm probably gonna. I'm not going to be as kind as I would like to be, but here's the thing. I'm going to be, me and him talked about something right before we did this, and one of the things we talked about was, do we judge this movie as we judge any movie, or do we go into it being fair because it wasn't supposed to be a great movie? Well, we decided we're going to be fair, and we're going to judge it like we would judge anything else. So keep that in mind. If you are looking for a goofy-ass, non-serious, really stupid movie, comedy, horror, cool, great movie.
Yeah.
But we're not going to judge it on that. We're going to judge it as we would judge any movie that we do here.
Yep.
Yes, and we're going to.
Wait, Santa's Sleigh, just in case we haven't mentioned that.
Yeah. I got it up. It's right above. But yes, that is on Santa's Sleigh. And as you can see, this big goofy ass mug is Bill Goldberg, and he's Santa.
Yep.
What more can I say? Fucking Bill Goldberg is Santa.
The best Santa I've ever seen, actually, though.
You know, I can't go that far.
No?
Are you saying best Santa in a horror movie or best Santa overall?
Yeah, no, best Santa in a horror movie.
Okay, maybe. Yeah. Because the best Santa I ever seen was, what's that name of it? What's the guy who's married to Angelina Jolie, or was married? Billy Bob Thornton. What was the name of that movie? The comedy movie.
I don't know.
Bad Santa, yeah. And I think they did a sequel that I never seen. Unfortunately, I never seen the sequel. But if you haven't seen it's not a horror movie, so that's why we'll never do it here. But if you want to see a really fucked up, hilarious Christmas movie, Bad Santa's a great one to it. Like he's like, he gets drunk, he's fucking hookers, robbing banks, all kinds of stupid shit.
all the shit that Santa should be doing.
Yeah, absolutely. You know? It's a great movie. And it's got I'm going to offend some people with it. It's got a little person. I was almost said the wrong word.
Nope.
It's got a little person in it, and he's hilarious as hell. The actor who plays him, he's been in a lot of other movies too. I can't remember his name, but he's hilarious. Like the whole movie is hilarious. You got to give it a go. But again, that's not a horror movie, so it's not one that we're going to do here on the show. But yeah, go give that a watch. But yeah, again, this year. You know, I would like to say that I've seen a better horror. I think, I can't remember what it was, but there was a Tales from the Crypt episode long time ago that was around Christmas time, and there was about a Santa that was like killing this family in the night. It was an episode of...
okay. The movie, the other horror Christmas movie, the only one that I actually remember watching, Christmas oriented, there was a horror, it was called Black Christmas. And
I don't think I've seen that one.
Yeah, look it up. That was a cheese ball. Oh my god, that one.
But I mean, here's the thing.
I'm gonna say this one's better.
Well, here's the thing, though. Think about it, right? And this is the reason why I brought it up. Before we decided we're gonna judge this movie fairly, the reason why I brought the topic up was because how good could this movie have been? I mean, the cast was which is weird, right? Because there was a handful of actual, like, not huge actors in this, but not little actors. Like Fran Drescher's in it. The guy I have it over. What's the other one from? What's his name? He's a Saturday Night Live actor. He's from Night at the Roxbury and shit. Here it is right here. Chris Kattan. Chris Kattan. He's another big act, like not huge actor, but he's not a small guy. Bill Goldberg. I mean, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Robert Culp. He's another one that's been known for other stuff. Sal Rabinick. He's known. Dave Thomas. He's also known. There's a handful of people in this movie that
there's a couple of people that I remember seeing in other places.
Yeah. No. There's quite a lot of
French. Speaking of Fran Drescher. Does that woman ever age, man? She is gorgeous.
No, she doesn't. She doesn't. Okay, but here's the thing. Okay.
God.
All right, you say she's gorgeous, right? And I won't disagree.
Gorgeous,
she's not ugly, but I will tell you one thing
she's not ugly. Oh
I will tell you the one thing that bothers the shit out of me. It's her voice.
Well, no, I was going to say that. I know her voice is
whatever. I can't do it. I can't do it.
If I was to go out with someone like her, she would just be for show, just to show my homies that I got a sexy ass bitch.
She'd be a trophy wife.
She'd be a trophy wife. Don't ever open your mouth in social events. That's
damn.
That's a no-no.
I'm just saying, people. I didn't say that. That one didn't come from me.
I'm just fucking playing.
I can see the hate. I can see the hate mail coming in for that one. It's coming. Yeah. It's coming.
No, but she is a great actor. She was the nanny, if I remember right. And the nanny, yeah. And she's also in some new TV show, or was. I don't know. It's been a couple.
I haven't seen her in ages. The last thing I seen her in was maybe a movie or here.
Wasn't she the mom? What was that show that? Oh my God, Al Bundy. Remember what's his real name?
No, I know what you're talking about. The guy who the guy who played. No, that wasn't her.
That wasn't her. Sounds just like her too. I don't know.
No,
but then I was like some Colombian lady. I think.
She is mainly known for like a lot of comedies and stuff like
yeah.
Like and mainly TV and stuff like that. The last major role that I remember her in was, of course, The Nanny. She had some other stuff besides that, but she's not like she's not like fucking Emmy award winning or anything like that.
No. She is gorgeous though.
There's no real like 5-star. Like actually, it's funny, right? Because the father in the beginning of the movie, right? And when the movie first opens up with the Christmas,
yes,
he's from what's that fucking Christmas movie with Elf? Remember Elf?
Elf. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
Yeah, he was the angry dad from that. But ironically enough, you know the guy who played the pastor?
David. No, what's his name? Robert. Culp?
No. It was David. Hold on. It's what's his name?
It was Robert Culp.
Dave Thomas.
Dave Thomas. That's what it was. Yeah.
He's. If I remember correctly, let me make sure. I could be wrong on this, but I'm almost certain.
I think you're right.
That is the guy from the North Pole, the one from that same movie. He was the elf.
Is it?
Yeah. If I remember correctly, I'm almost certain that was him as well. He's also in a lot of comedies as well too.
Right.
But me and you've talked about this too. Okay, so it's like they had a handful of people in this movie that weren't like A-listers, but weren't like horrible actors either. They've been known for stuff. Right. But here's my gripe. I'll tell you right off the bat that I had with this movie. This movie, I have it written down. Where is it? This movie was okay. Here's my conundrum that I have with this information. I have two separate dates, and I've been led to the belief that this movie came out in theaters. I hope it didn't. I've looked up research that it didn't, but then again, I have two different release dates. The release to digital, the release to digital was December 20th, 2005. Okay.
Right.
Now that sounds about right, because I mean, it's right before Christmas, right? So that's the digital release. That's not digital, but at that time it wouldn't have been digital. It would have been DVD. Yeah, it would have been DVD. So, okay, listen to that right now, right? Okay, that's December 20th, 2005. Okay. The other date that I came across was January 1st, 2004, which is like a little less than a year behind. So I'm not sure if that means it was in theaters or not. I hope it wasn't.
Well, why would they release the movie in January? It's a Christmas movie.
I have no idea. But
I'm pretty sure they
the 2005 one is the 2005 one is a guaranteed digital release. I do not know what the January one is. Yeah. Well, the DVD release
in theaters. if that would have come out in theater, it would have come out like a month before. They want people to go see it, not the day before Christmas.
Well,
I
yeah.
don't think.
Well,
Yeah.
my whole thing. Well, my two gripes that I'm about to get into is one. I hope this movie didn't go to theaters. I hope it did release. I hope this was a straight to DVD because I could not find the. But I looked so hard. I looked online. I looked for the budget of this fucking film, and they just did not want to share that information. I could not find the budget for it.
Don't find it.
No. So
It was really a small studio. They hide their.
This is
They
Lionsgate.
hide what they spend.
Lionsgate Home Video, dude. That's not a small studio. It's Lionsgate.
That's not
Now, don't get me
small, yeah.
wrong. I do know that Lionsgate does release indie movies,
They
but
do a lot of them.
but I mean, it's still Lionsgate. Like, dude? I'm like half tempted. Like, this movie was like $20,000.
Well, I mean, there wasn't much to the movie, in a graphical sense. The gore was
that was my other gripe.
NMO and
That's my other gripe. Okay, I said when we first started that this film felt like The Leprechaun, even production-wise, the way it looked, everything. It looked like it was around the time of The Leprechaun, and all those movies came out in like the 90s and all that other bullshit.
those cheesy little low-budget films.
Yeah. And now, if this movie would have come out at around that time, would have been okay with it, right? Because it would have fit. That's like, is it a good movie? No. It's like The Leprechaun. Are they good movies? No. They're good for what they are, right? They're good for what they're trying to be. They're not trying to be serious. They're not trying to be blockbuster movies. They are what they are. So that makes they're good for what they are. Are they good movies overall? No. It's like, and I said this to you before about like Ernest movies and stuff like Ernest Goes to Jail and Ernest Goes Scared Stupid and all that other shit. Were they good movies? No. Were they good to watch though? Yeah. For what they were.
When it comes down to The Leprechaun and stuff, I disagree. They were great movies. It was just that they were done in a very low budget way.
No, I'm not saying they were bad movies, but they weren't great. They weren't good movies in the sense of would I have paid? Would I went to theaters to see the Leprechaun movies? No.
No, definitely not.
Exactly. That's what I mean by being good, because like they have to be good to go into theaters. Like, they were like straight to DVD type shit.
Yeah.
But
I'm almost sure that's what happened with this movie, like a straight to digital type.
But even
deal.
if that's the thing, this is my gripe with it though. If this movie would have come out when it looked like it came out, I'd have been like, okay, fair enough. It came out around that. This is a 2005 movie.
Yeah, you would think that the production would be a little better, the acting would be a little better.
This shit looks like it came out in the 90s, but it didn't. It didn't, and it's bad. It's bad.
The acting was terrible. I think the worst actor was Douglas Smith.
Which one was Douglas?
Nicholas.
Nicholas. Yeah. Oh.
I think, yeah, he was a pussy, okay? I mean,
that chick wanted, I'm going to just say right now, through the whole movie, she wanted to jump his fucking bones. And he
from the
just did not. God.
And she was gorgeous.
Yeah, she was.
No way I would have not jumped those buns.
No, she'd have been like, you want to fuck on you? I'll be like, right under the Christmas tree.
Right under that bitch.
Right under. And he's like,
Emily the Raven. She played Mary.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest with you. In my opinion, she carried the movie. She was a very strong female character. She literally, she carried alongside of him. They were like the duo, throughout the whole thing.
They were the ones you see the most, yeah.
Yeah, she carried them both.
I do agree. I do agree that she definitely was, and that's not saying much. I mean, she again, we've said this before. This was a shit sandwich, and she ate it proudly. So I'll give her that.
Yeah, I think
she did good with what she had, which wasn't much. So she did with what it was good. I'll give her that. I'll give her that. She was definitely definitely the highlight.
She carried the movie because even as much as I love Goldberg and his wrestling role, I mean, even his acting was.
No, he's not. Okay, I'll get to that later on. I was gonna say we're gonna do a chronological order, but again, no, he's not a good actor. He's never really been known for being a good actor. Not every wrestler is a good actor. There's only a handful. Like I can tell you right now, out of all the wrestlers that became actors, The Rock, he's a good actor. Dave Bautista, good actor. Fuck.
Don't. I hope you won't say John Cena.
I'm not. No, I'm not. Ooh. I'm absolutely not.
Definitely not a John
honestly,
Cena
I think that's about it. Really, like The Rock
And maybe
Batista.
back in the old days, maybe Hulk Hogan here and there, but
No, but see, that's the thing. Hulk Hogan was exactly what you would expect even in this day. He acted like the wrestler in all of his shit. It's the same thing Goldberg.
Yeah.
Everything Goldberg does, he still has to a little bit of Goldberg has to bleed through in his roles.
Yeah.
But Batista doesn't do that shit no more. Like, if actually, believe it or not, if anybody's making their comeuppets, and I hope they continue, is Dave Batista. Like, he's actually making a good name for himself after he did the Guardians of the Galaxy. He's been in a number of other films, and he's apparently doing a TV show coming up recently of Gears of War because he was in a recent game. It's a Netflix show that he's doing, and it looks really good. Yeah, so.
I want to see more Steve Austin places. You don't get to see.
You're not going to see much. You're not going to see much of him anymore because of his age. He's retiring.
Maybe
he's not doing too much. Plus, he's got his podcast and all that other shit. So I get it.
Yeah, he's doing good for himself. But
I don't know.
See him on.
Point is though, my point with that is most wrestlers cannot transition from wrestling to Hollywood. There's only been a handful of them that have done it. Like I said, The Rock did it. He was the one that opened it up for everybody. Yeah, you can be argued that Hulk Hogan did it, but he didn't. Like, Hulk Hogan he didn't do Hollywood. Hulk Hogan did like small little family flicks and shit like that.
Thunder and Paradise.
Yeah.
He had a couple different things.
They were all like they were home value type shit. They weren't like Hollywood. The Rock, on the other hand, did Hollywood, and then of course Batista, he's doing Hollywood. So they're really the only two breakout ones. So it's like to think that. Like I said, when we originally were going into this one, the only reason why this movie was picked was because, one, neither one of us has seen it, and we're like, fuck it, let's check it off the list. Because I've known of it for a long time. I just was like, I don't want to watch that stupid shit. And now I understand why, but we'll get to that later.
So the opening is so neat, actually. I thought the opening was probably the best part of the movie. So they're all sitting around the table, shooting the shit, and then Santa Claus just comes down the chimney and shit and just starts massacring people. Like, and it's a shame because the build up, in my opinion, was so good. That scene was the best, the beginning scene, and then the rest of the movie just couldn't do it for me.
No, it couldn't. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll get to it later on in the show. There was a few moments where I got a little bit of a cackle.
Definitely,
but that's about it.
Moments, and there was only one epic kill that I found to be epic, and I'll get to that when.
I'm interested to hear this one because I got nothing. No? I got nothing. No, not when it comes to epic kills or anything like that. I got nothing.
I'm not gonna tell you what it is yet, but it was a cheesy, simple kill, but it actually worked. It was the best kill in the entire movie. Besides, what's her name, Fran, getting her fucking face burnt and shit. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Okay, here's the gripe I have with the premise of this whole movie had a lot of potential, right? Hear me out why I say this, right? Okay, so the general idea of this movie is Santa Claus is not the jolly fat man that we all know, right? So Santa Claus, he's Satan's son, basically, right. and he got tricked. Him and an angel did a bet. And he lost, and the wager was that if he lost, he had to be for an entire, what was it? How many years? Millennium?
1,000 years.
Yeah.
And apparently, 1,000 years, and apparently the game was called Courting, C-U-R-L, Courling. I wrote that down.
Oh yeah, it's when you slide the things. Yeah,
game of
basically
into the hole.
Yeah, and whoever got closest to the hole without falling in wins. But so obviously Santa loses, so he has to become this jolly Saint Nick for the next millennium, basically.
Yeah, and that's the jolly guy that they all talk.
So now this movie, after once you get past the general idea of that story, is the millennium's over, and this movie's taking place on the Christmas Eve of his. I can kill everybody again. So basically, not the greatest of stories, right? Not. It's not like, oh my god, this movie deserves an Emmy. But I mean, okay, cool. You have some playroom there, right? The movie's rated R, right? So you can get away. Yeah. You can get away with anything at that. Well, okay, not anything. I mean, because there is a point where you get into the more what is that M rating?
The mature audience, or whatever.
But R lets you get away with a lot. Okay, R does let you get away with a lot, and this movie did not utilize its R rating.
No, No,
It did not.
It
I think this movie could have been a PG-13 movie if not for a few things that happened in the movie.
you take away the titties towards the center of the movie.
If you take out
and
the
it would've been a
titties, yeah.
PG.
If you take out the
Yeah.
titties,
This movie suffered from one thing, in my opinion, and it should have been the part that it should have been the best at, and that was it was lacking creative kills. It
Absolutely.
just did not have any creative kills.
absolutely, absolutely. It was. I don't even. I'm almost. If it didn't have to do with like Santa going around killing everybody, I wouldn't even call this a horror movie. Not even a horror comedy movie. I would have called it a fucking. I don't know, a stupid Christmas movie. Like, it wasn't horror because okay, they not even blood. Like there was literally almost no blood in this. Like, I have bled in my entire life more than this movie had. Mm-hmm. I bled more blood than this movie had in it.
Yeah. If you would if you to gather all my blood through all my 40 years of life,
It would still be more.
pool.
Yeah, it would still be more blood than this movie had in it. It had some, but it was so light. You could have even been cheesy. You know what? If this movie had cheesy ass gore in it, I would have applauded it a little more.
I thought some of the kills could have looked better if they would have just done that stupid splatter of blood like some of these cheesy movies do and everything.
This is like the one time I would have appreciated the cheesy splatter. Like, I would have appreciated it. Like there was so little in this. I don't know. I
No, what did you think? Now moving past the intro, because the intro was
him coming down the chimney, kicking down the chimney, slaughtering the family, ho ho ho, and then the movie starts.
Sticking out his tongue and shit. Boom.
Yeah,
but the old fucking lady at the deli.
Oh, okay, yeah. Fuck you, you whore! Like,
oh my God. Yo, call me retarded, call me crazy, but she was funny. She was funny.
I've seen her. I've seen her in other shit. She is.
Who is she?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
couldn't find who she was.
No, I don't. I can't figure out her name, but I have seen her in other stuff, and she's usually really funny. Yeah. So that was expected.
Who she is, but that was fun.
No, she was cool. Like I said, she was cool, and I don't know. Like, what was she say? Like, what was it? Fucking. I don't know.
Looks like the girl calls her a whore and shit.
Yeah, she walks out the door. She said, "Merry Christmas," you whore. Like,
and she's having a fit because
no, okay. You see, this
was too expensive or whatever.
Yeah. See, here's the thing. I can fast forward a little bit because this movie was so fast. It was so short too.
It was.
The other scene that the only other scene that she was involved in was when she was driving and fucking Gold Claws, whatever you want to call him. He's riding behind her, and fucking she's driving slow, and he's riding behind with his fucking reindeer and shit. And he's like, "Move, bitch! Get out my way!" and shit.
Boom.
Yeah. And then he fucking rams her off the road.
No.
That was
what the fuck?
Okay.
That was no reindeer. That wasn't a reindeer. What the fuck was that?
It was a reindeer, but it was this movie's horror version of a reindeer.
It was like husky and like big. It kind
of looked more like
an
elk, like an elk or something,
like an elk or a boar or something.
What was the thing that the Old West used to bison? Looked like a bison. Yeah, it looked like a bison.
Yes. That's exactly like a white bison.
A white bison, yeah. It looked like a white bison. But no, they called it a fucking reindeer in this movie, so
so I assume it was meant to be a reindeer. Whatever.
I guess. I don't know. But that scene where he ran her off the fucking road, I'm like, okay, that was little cackle. Now, because this all really happened so fast, there's not really much story development. Like the characters in this movie, they didn't really get to. I don't know. There was not really. Apparently, the old guy. I'll get this. The old guy's the grandfather. We'll get to him in a little bit. But the grandfather, apparently, he's like a nut job, and everybody thinks he's crazy. He's got a bunker in his house and shit.
Everybody thinks he's crazy. He has a bunker, and he has a big ass book that tells the story of real Christmas.
Which we'll get into the reason why he knows so much later on into the film. But
we're seeing we learn more about him.
Yeah, which
we don't know much of him.
No,
just that he's an old kook. Yeah.
He's an old kook and he doesn't like Christmas and shit. Yeah. But here's the thing. Okay, so most of this movie goes like I think if I hold on, let me look at my notes real quick. What did I get for one of the things real quick?
Well, we missed a spot. Remember when the Goldberg is doing the whole shaking the bell shit in front of the store, and the hobo tries to rob him.
Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yeah, that was such a cheesy freaking kill, but it worked.
See, what did I say? I did write down that the family murder scene was funny, and it was cool.
Yeah.
It opened up potential. We had a lot of potential for an okay movie here, but
Oh yeah,
it kind of dropped it. If I understand it correctly, the reason. Okay, yeah, we already explained why Santa's killing in this.
oh yeah.
Okay. I will say this because apparently this was something that happened into the scene. I forgot about it. You know the transformer that they had in the movie, the gun.
Yeah, the gun.
That shit made me feel old.
Yeah, that was like a 1990s toy.
Yeah, I had one of them.
Yeah. Did you really?
I did. And that's why when I was watching this movie, I didn't know when this movie came out. I was convinced that this movie came out in the early 90s, right? Like 92-ish.
Yeah, what I'm thinking is that the movie, somehow the producers thought it'd be a great idea to just make a movie in 2005, but let's place it in the 90s. Maybe that's what he thought. Maybe
But here's the
whole
thing.
thing was.
I wouldn't have had a problem with that. It wasn't them trying to place the movie in a year. That doesn't bother me. It was the quality of the film. The quality of the film felt like it was made in the 90s, early 90s. It just felt it had that. Like even in 2005, we were starting to get HD TVs and shit like that.
Oh yeah.
So
all that stuff. No.
this was like old tube TV.
Was, yeah. Even the grandpa's bunker was full of like these CRT televisions.
Yeah. Which again, here's the thing. That wouldn't bother me if this movie's timeline was placed in that era. Fine. Mm-hmm. But the actual quality of the movie, like the actual way that the directors and the editors made this film. Right. It was like the quality of a person who made it in the 90s and early 90s.
Yeah, because you look at something like, what is that show that I love on Netflix? It's placed in the 80s.
Stranger Things.
Yeah,
that's placed in the 80s, but it's
filmed beautifully.
Yeah, it's filmed. It looks like the actors and everything look like they all look like they're from the 80s, and it makes you feel like you're watching the 80s,
cars,
but it's in high def.
The interior of the houses, everything.
It looks good, though. It's good camera quality, good color quality, good everything. This was not. This was very low budget.
Like it was filmed in the 90s.
Yes, exactly. What else we got here? I understand.
And then one of the next big scene is when Santa... and this is when we learn... Okay, so before that, we meet the pastor. And he's asking for money, of course, for the homeless. And
that's where I was going to go into it.
People, don't forget the coins. Put in the bills. We want the good stuff and everything. Apparently for the homeless. And then we find out what he's doing with that money.
I have notes on this. Part. Yes, I have because I actually loved the opening scene to that.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Yes. Go ahead.
So Pastor gets all the money, right? He's convincing everybody to get the money in the fucking in the plates. Don't give me change. Oh, don't give the needy change. Make sure there's bills in there, right? Yep. So afterwards, he goes to a titty bar, right?
Yes.
And
yes, he does.
That part was like, okay, whatever, sure, whatever. But here's the key points that I loved about this. Okay, not only does he use the collection plate money to give it to the door guy and make sure nobody comes in, which is great. Yep. And not only is he using it to give it to the strippers, the best part of the whole thing was the bar was called Gold Diggers, home of the Klondikes. Okay, and tonight's guest is Tess Tickler.
Yes.
I cackled a bit. Tess Tickler.
Shit, yes. Funny shit.
It's the most childish shit in the goddamn world. But I laughed. I laughed. Tess Tickler. There are here's the thing. If you actually look, I don't have them written down, but if you actually look at the cast and you find the stripper, if you watch the credits, I did this because I watched the credits. But if you watch the credits, it'll tell you the names of the other strippers in there too, and their names were hilarious too. And actually, there's a scene. Damn it! I didn't write this down. There's a scene in the film later on where the pastor reads off the names of the fucking strippers, and they're hilarious. They're fucking great.
Okay, so now we can get to my kill. Okay, all right. So to begin, Santa comes down. All right, and he hands the keys over to one of those people that park the fucking
valet.
He gives to the valet, and that part was cheesy and funny. He falls off, he falls, whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Reindeer takes
then
off,
he,
takes him with him.
yeah, yeah, and then Santa Goldberg kills the doorman.
We're gonna call him Gold Claws or
Gold Claws or some shit like
Santa
that.
Berg, some shit.
And that kill, and again, there was no effort. He wrapped the garland, wasn't it, around his neck?
He wrapped the garland and choked him out, basically.
And choked him out. Boo! Come
Yeah.
on. Come on. You're supposed to. There was no creative kills, but in the scene of the bar when the man's holding the metal rod.
Okay, I
did
did know. Okay. I know what you're talking about because I actually did write a note down. That was probably the most inventive kill in the whole movie.
That was it. That's what I was saying. That was the most inventive kill. So the man's holding the metal rod. He kicks it.
Hold on.
Into the light bulb.
Hold on. Before you even go into that, you got to build up to what it is because there's a scene that leads up to that because Goldberg walks into the strip bar. Of course, he's gonna. I was gonna say this later, but I can say it now. This movie was basically a one-liner fucking collection. Like it was one-liner after one-liner after one-liner. Like he walked Gold Claws or Santa Berg, whatever you want to call him. He walks in the strip bar, and of course, what do you think he's going to say? Ho ho ho! Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Like, come on. Now. Yeah.
Sticks out his tongue and shit.
Yeah. No, but leading up before, as he's beating everybody's ass in the strip bar, he goes up on the dancer platform where the where the strip.
What?
Can you get out of
where
here?
The strippers? Yeah.
Can you go over there, please. Yeah, he goes up there and he scares the girl off, and he goes and he's about to grab the fucking stripper pole, and he's like because their pussy's been rubbed and all over it.
Yeah, so he cleans it.
Yeah, so he cleans it off and then rips the stripper pole. That's what he kills the guy with. He kills the guy with the stripper pole.
Yes.
But then he kicks he throws the what is it? He throws the stripper pole to the guy, and then kicks it upwards so it slams into the light and then electrocutes the guy.
And electrocutes him.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was the only inventive kill, creative kill.
It was.
That I could think about throughout the entire film.
Like, there's a lot of kills in this movie. There's a lot of kills, but they're all just like, meh. Really, really, for an R-rated movie, they could have gotten away with so much more. And
much more.
That just wasn't. Again, though, okay, here's the thing. Can you go now? Go before I let you out. Go. Damn dog. This is why I don't like the dog in my studio. As again, like I was saying, I figure this movie would have given you at least, like this couldn't be a complete bummer for you, because this movie had one of the key elements that you desire in a movie, and that was a good amount of scene of titty in it.
It was through the bar scene, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much the entire titty bar. It was like just titties everywhere.
Walking around. Yeah, just titties everywhere and shit. But and I think in that area it was good because it wasn't overdone and it wasn't underdone. It was just right.
Honestly, I would have liked the movie if there was more.
Yeah, well, maybe, yeah, just to make the movie a little better. But
just to make the movie a little more entertaining. At least I'd be watching something. But this is like But I don't know. That, again, I do agree with you. That's when you said earlier there was a kill scene that was actually good. I was like, what? And then I just looked at I do have that written down as a note.
That was definitely okay.
Yeah, that was actually my next note. Right when you were saying that, was actually my next note. So I did have that one down. What's it say? I can't even read my own shit. Oh, okay, here we go. So we're past that shit, and then this is where in the film they go into the whole claymation scene, explaining what we explained earlier about Santa Claus being like a demon and shit.
Yeah, so the kid starts reading the book, and then it goes to like a neat claymation scene. Actually, it was cool.
That made me feel fucking old too, because I remember shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, God damn it, why'd you have to put that in there? Like, again, if it would have came out in the 90s, I'd have been like, okay, it fit. This movie was 2005. It didn't need that.
No.
There was CGI in 2005.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't see shit like that.
No. And it's not that I have anything against claymation, but it was like so badly done claymation.
It was a part of the movie that was needed so that we understand why Santa is back, doing the whole killing thing. That's when we learned about the whole game.
Okay, I will say the one thing about the claymation scene that I find hilarious. That is when he's sitting there laughing, like in the claymation. It's Goldberg's voice going, "Oh, oh!"
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it was
so-
stupid, but I thought it was funny.
Yeah, that was cool. That was okay, but like you said, it was cheesy for the time that movie came out. And then on the next scene, this would probably be one of my favorite scenes.
I wonder if it's going to be what I wrote down. I just read what I was about to. Go ahead.
Well, it's funny that we were talking because the last episode we were saying he better spear somebody, right?
Yeah.
So now So we're at the deli now. He goes in and we're closed, and he breaks through that. The owner's saying we're closed.
Yeah, kicks in the door, puts the open sign on.
Yes.
Typical cheesy shit.
Very cheesy shit, and then just out of nowhere spears him through the meat
Through the
display.
meat display, yeah, jumps through the meat display and spears him. Like I was like, he's gonna fucking. I was like, there it is. There's the fucking spear.
Yep.
I was waiting for it. Yep. All right.
So that made me smile a little because that movie needed a spear. If that movie wouldn't have had a spear, it would have gotten a lower rating at the end that I'm going to give it.
I could have went with or without it because honestly, I hate when wrestlers use their wrestling moves in movies because it breaks. Yeah, because it breaks the fun. It breaks the immersion. Like I'm not watching the movie for Goldberg. I'm watching the movie as for Bill Goldberg as an actor. And that's what kills. That's what kills a lot of wrestlers in Hollywood is they don't know how to let go of their wrestling character. They bring their wrestling character into the movies. Even Steve Austin has done it. And don't get me wrong, he's brought Stone Cold Steve Austin into his movies, and it's just like I like you, my guy. Don't get me wrong, I ain't got no problem with him. But
I've read because a lot of wrestlers actually go off on and they write about this or they go on different podcasts or whatever. But a lot of them actually say that the producers force them to do that because they want that familiarity between the wrestling character,
which kills it because there's no place for it.
Yeah. I like the scene. The scene was great, but but I'm glad it happened. You say you would have done without it.
I could have dealt without it.
Yeah. And then
it was not a scene that I needed. But here's the thing: there are people like look just before we move on forward, just like look at this, right? You look at people like The Rock. In The Rock's beginning of his Hollywood career, he would do it all the time. He would always rock bottom people, and he wasn't really. He was getting bigger, but you still looked at him, and he was still going back and forth for wrestling and all that shit. He wasn't the powerhouse actor that he is now. You very rarely see him rock bottom anybody.
You
now.
don't see that no more.
No.
I remember in the beginning he definitely would. There was an episode of
even
Voyager.
in the Scorpion King, he fucking rock bottomed somebody in the desert.
Yeah, he did that. Yeah. He did it in Voyager. He was some sort of alien. Seven of Nine was fighting.
Yeah, I remember that.
In that episode, that was pretty fucking. That was one of the first times I saw him on any TV outside of wrestling, so that was cool. But yeah, he did it for a bit, but now he doesn't do that anymore.
He doesn't do it because he knows it's not needed. He doesn't need to relate to that character. Even Batista. Batista is the same way. Batista has went on record that he is done with wrestling. He's not coming back to wrestling. He's going full on headfirst into Hollywood. And bravo to him on that one.
Yeah.
But he has very rarely ever used any of his wrestling ability. Like in all the movies I've watched, I've seen him in a dozen movies already now. And every role, every time he's been in a movie, I've actually enjoyed it. I've not hated him in a movie yet. And he has not ever portrayed himself as Batista the wrestler. He's portrayed himself as Dave Batista the actor. And I'm okay with that. And that's the reason why, again, his career is successful when you got somebody like Bill Goldberg, who basically in everything he does, he's Goldberg. Who's next? And that's it. That's all he'll ever be.
Man's washed up now. I mean, even when you watch him wrestling, you hurt for him. Like he just.
Well, he is fucking old. I mean, he's getting there.
Yeah, he just looks.
He's collecting those paydays. That's what it is.
Oh yeah.
But go on. You were saying you were saying about the deli. Well, now we can move on to the deli scene after he spears the guy.
And then it was somewhat of a cool scene. It's when he like stabs him in the neck with the Hanukkah thing.
I believe it's like a menorah or something like that. It's the candle thing.
The candle thing. Yeah.
Now again, okay. Here's okay.
But I saw it coming, is what I'm trying to say. Like,
no, I did, but that's not. Yeah. That was not my gripe with that. Believe it or not, my gripe with it is that he stabbed the guy For one, he hung him to the wall with it, right?
He did.
Okay, sure. But putting that aside, he stabbed him through the neck and pinned him to the wall with a menorah or whatever it is, the candle thing.
Yeah.
It looked like he scraped his neck with the amount of blood that was coming on, was on his neck. Like, that shit should have been gushing. He should have been spitting out blood.
It was unrealistic because that area covers the jugular vein. That area,
it should have been messy as shit. There should have been blood everywhere. Nothing. It was like the perfect time for them to utilize good blood, and they did not.
No, they didn't. And you could tell that in this movie, the blood lack was intentional. They did not want. And we were talking about this earlier. I'm just thinking that it had to do with the connection between wrestling and the movie.
Which I don't understand because, all right, I would understand that if this was a WWE film, right?
It wasn't.
But it wasn't. It was like, again, it was made by Lionsgate or Lionsgate Home Movies. They could have, like, there are movies that I have watched with really, really, really bad budgets that have more blood in this.
It had way more blood than this. I'm thinking because
most
around
80s B movies, dude, most 80s B movies had more gore and violence and monster faces and shit. This was like, what?
Yeah. Like, no, nothing.
You know where all the budget went? I'll tell you right now, I know where the budget went.
Where?
The fucking bison.
I think that's what happened. And the sky scenes when he's flying around and all that shit.
Which, again, were very poorly done, but again, I guess that was their budget.
Yeah, that's the budget and paying, paying the lousy actors.
Yeah.
But
Bill Goldberg probably made the most out of this, and I don't even think he got really paid that much.
I'm sure he was the highest paid, though, at least.
Now, though, outside of that, okay, before we get into the next part, I'll go into. So, you get that scene where the guy dies, he gets pinned to the wall. Cops show up, right?
Yes.
The kid gets brought in. For one, I thought was stupid. Okay, you're a suspect. Yeah, the kid just picked up a guy, slammed him up against the wall, and shoved a fucking menorah through his fucking neck. And okay, whatever. Fine.
This little kid.
Fine, whatever. Okay, I get it. But looking past that, you get into the scene where he's in this fucking police station, and apparently there's like these two cops that run the place, right? And I don't know if they're like voting for who's ever going to be in charge. One of them was Officer Bush, and the other one was Officer, was it Dix or Cox?
It was Cox.
They
went on the Bush and Cox joke.
Yeah, it landed up turning. Yeah, it was like fucking 5 minutes of who do you prefer? Do you prefer Dix?
Bush or
I mean,
Cox?
do you prefer Cox or Bush? And the guy's like, personally, I prefer Cox. Don't get me wrong, I like Bush, but Cox I prefer. Bush. And they go on this for like fucking 5 minutes.
Yes, they do. They fucking do. It was crazy. And mind you, he could be potentially be framed for this murder, and he's more worried about a cock and a Bush joke.
Yeah, which don't get me wrong. I mean, I appreciate a good stupid dad joke every now and then, but I'm just like, it was so fucking out of place. Like, and again, here's the thing: if this would have happened in the '90s, fine. But this movie wasn't in the '90s, mind you. This movie was in 2005. We were in a much more edgier time. And this guy's doing like fart jokes and shit. Like,
and during that same jail scene, here's another thing that kills me about movies. I hate when they do this. I hate it today, and I'm gonna hate it tomorrow. Off-camera killings. When he killed all the cops, and you saw none of it.
Yep.
Fuck! Actually, I hate that shit.
I don't even think you didn't even see the head guy when he walks in there. I'm trying to remember if you see him die. Or does he just walk out and he's dead? Like, I don't remember.
What head guy? What do you mean?
Like the main sheriff guy or whatever. Remember when he walks in? Like, you don't see any of the cops in the police district die. But remember, he walks into the sheriff's office. Remember?
I'm trying to.
He's dressed like the sheriff's dressed like Santa. He's sitting in his office.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to remember how he...
Oh, yeah, that guy. Yeah, I think, doesn't Goldberg goes into his office and kills him somehow?
Yeah, but I just can't remember how he dies. I don't know if that happened on screen.
No, it didn't. It was one of those things where he starts the motion to kill him, but then it goes to the...
And then he walks out. He walks out of... Yeah. And then like you know that the sheriff just died, and then apparently everybody in the... So somehow, Santa walked up in the police department, killed everybody, and the sheriff didn't hear none of it.
And you heard none of it. Yep,
No
you heard none of it.
gunshots, no nothing.
Nothing.
Guy comes in there, murders everybody. You don't hear shit. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And it fucking pissed me off because I hate that shit. Stop off-camera killings.
Absolutely. I'm not a fan of off-camera kill in any horror movie. If you're gonna make a fucking horror movie, make a horror movie.
Yeah.
Don't make the suggestive horror movie. Make a fucking horror movie. Like, how hard is that to do? Fuck.
So that pissed me off.
Now, though, I will say I did get a little chuckle again. I'm going to note my chuckle scenes when they fast forward to the family opening their Christmas gifts, because by this point we're on Christmas Day, and the kids are all like, "Can I open my fucking gifts now?" Like they're literally like,
yes.
"I want to open. I wonder what." He straight up said, "Like
rude,
I want to open my motherfucking gifts right now," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" Okay.
Parents did nothing. Like, yeah, Jimmy, go ahead. Open it up.
Yeah, so open it up.
Like, what?
And then but this is the part that I got a little chuckle out of it. They opened their fucking presents and their heads got blown off.
Yes.
That was a chuckle. I was like, it wasn't great, but
okay.
It was okay.
The fucking kid deserves being so damn disrespectful. If I would have done that shit to my dad, dude, I would have been missing teeth, nose.
It's like, come on, Mom, I want to open my motherfucking presents. Like,
there was no way I would have walked out of that. No way.
But a fucking foot in your ass, like, no fucking way. But yeah, that scene, I don't know. That scene was notable to me because it gave me a chuckle. I will say it gave me a chuckle. And I anything that makes me laugh, I guess I can be fair with to a certain degree, right? To a certain degree.
And that's the thing. Some of the one-liners were okay, with Goldberg and everything, and some of the little jokes. The cock and joke was great for me. I laughed throughout that whole scene. I don't know. I'm a baby like that. Like those type of little father jokes or whatever you call them, dad jokes.
Yeah.
Hilarious. Yeah.
There is only one other scene in this film that made me actually like. I all these were little cackles that I had. There was one scene in this movie that we'll get to in a little bit, but there's one scene in this movie that actually made me pause the movie and get a little laugh out and then start it. It is there. I'm not going to deny it. There was one scene in its whole fucking movie. If you're going to make a comedy, there's one scene that actually made me stop and get a little. It's the most simplest shit in the world, but I got a cackle out of it. And I did appreciate it. I did appreciate that. But we'll get to that in a little bit here. Because now we still have to get into the idea of now the kid believes, okay. Well, I guess we're getting to the part where now Santa Berg or Bill, whatever you want to call him, he steals the sheriff's fucking car and now is chasing down the kid. What's his name? The girl and the kid. He's chasing them down.
His name was Douglas Smith, and his name was Nicholas.
Nicholas, yeah. Which is fucking, come on, Nicholas, really?
Yeah.
Christmas movie, and his name is Nicholas. Ooh, clever, clever.
And her name was Mary.
Come on. Oh, you're so clever with this director. Was a fucking genius. Let me tell you.
Yeah, he's
fucking
best character namer ever.
Ever, like he was just really clever with these fucking names. Well, the strippers' names he was all right with, but other than that, testicular. Testicular. Yeah.
We should open up a bar and name it that. We really should.
Well, see, I would have said, but unfortunately, Titty Twisters is already taken.
Yeah.
So,
oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Can't do it, sadly. But no, okay, so we get to that scene where he's chasing him down in the car. He jumps. It's like your classic action scene. He jumps on the back of the car. Raw, I'm going to kill you. Yeah. Nothing. He gets shot with a shotgun, falls off the truck. Okay. Yeah. It's really a very lackluster scene. Whatever. He started Terminator running after the truck. That was funny. Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that was dumb.
I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, because he stole the police car after the prison scene.
Yeah. But they don't ever show you that again. That goes off screen. But then, kid believes it now. Now, kid believes his grandpa about Santa being a fucking killer and shit. So he goes and he wants to get back to the house and get his grandpa. Blah 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 blah. So now he gets to the house. He tells his grandpa, "I'm sorry." Yada yada yada. They go into the fucking. They go into the
dungeon,
bunker. The bunker.
The bunker.
Yeah. And lo and behold, here comes Santa. He's there. He follows him home.
Yeah.
Predictable. He breaks in, chases him through the house, kicks the fucking bunker in.
before that, he kills a whole bunch of carolers.
Okay. I will say this: when the killing the carolers, that was cool because he picks the one up and does like a military and drops her on her fucking neck on the steps. That was cool. It was simple. Yeah, you heard the neck. It fell. You're like, okay, yeah, she dead. Right? You knew she was dead. There was no.
And again, simple kills, but it made sense. It was nice.
It was for a movie that lacked this. It was welcomed. So he kills all the carolers and comes through the house, chases them down. They escape through another secret door that this old man has finally built. Then they get to the back garage or whatever. He's chasing them through the house. They get on fucking snow bikes, whatever. It's not a jet ski. It's like a snowmobile. Gets on one of them, and ironically enough, cheesy scene. Oh God, him and apparently him and the grandpa. They don't explain why yet, but apparently Grandpa and Santa Claus know each other. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. Of course, Grandpa dies. Okay, Santa kills him. Whatever. He's dead. Okay, done. So they take off on their. They have this epic fucking action scene of them riding through the city on this fucking snowmobiles.
That scene was actually pretty damn nice. It was
cool, but it was so out of fucking place. Like, for a movie that was so cheesy. Again, I think that's where some of the budget went. It's like son of a bitch.
Some of those fast-paced scenes and shit.
Yeah. So they chase him down. I do like when Santa came down, and set the fucking Christmas tree on fire and chased everybody away. That was cool.
Oh my God! And then they were doing some sort of rehearsal or whatever, and one of the lead guys goes like, "Get out of my way, whore!"
Yeah. That was the pastor. He was like, "Get out of my way, you whore!" And he's like, "Yeah." Whore. He fucks with the pastor through this whole fucking film. Eventually, you find out why, but whatever.
Yeah. He's a scumbag, but oh my God, a funny scumbag.
So whatever, he kidnapped. At this point is where he kidnaps the fucking the pastor, puts him in the sleigh and knocks him out, and he's in there. So now why they go to a school? Why did they go to the school?
I'm trying to think. Yeah, when they break in or whatever, and he couldn't do it. And that's what I mean by she carried the whole damn thing. Like, she just knew what to do. He knew nothing. And then they get into the school. And what the fuck did they do in that school?
Nothing. They didn't do nothing. They broke in. They're like, what are we going to do? They ran from him inside the fucking thing. He got a book thrown in his face.
And that's when we get to the ski rink.
That's when we get to the fucking hockey rink. Yeah. Or ski rink, whatever. It's an ice rink. Yeah. And now we're getting so the whole school part was completely pointless. This was the cheesiest part in this whole movie. He spits a fucking fireball at him.
Yes.
And he doesn't even do it. He's running. Mind you, this is Bill Goldberg, right? This big tank of a man. And he's running super slow, like he could easily outrun these kids. So he's running super slow, and then they run through a door. He stops in the doorway and goes, like that. And a cheesy-ass, really low-budget fireball comes out and throws at him. Like,
like what? Yeah. So that was and then we see the grandpa again.
Then we see not yet. We have to get to the one part that I actually thought was funny. Okay, the part that actually made me pause this movie. So So the kids are they fall. They're in a corner in the ice rink, and all of a sudden, good old Santa's on a Zamboni. Okay, cool, whatever. So he's driving the Zamboni. You're like, okay, he's going to run them over. He's going to kill them. This is whatever, right? So the kid somehow finds a bright idea to pull a flashlight out of his pocket and shine it in fucking Santa's eyes. And Santa just fucking hits the brakes on the fucking Zamboni and screams this one line that I had to pause the movie because I just didn't see it coming. And to hear it, it was just like, I don't know. He fucking stops the Zamboni, puts his hands over his eyes as the light's getting shiny, and he says, "I'm Santa Claus, not fucking Dracula." And
yes.
And I
another
cackled.
one-liner that was okay.
It was a lot, but it was that one actually. I had to pause it. It caught me off guard. I'm a little ashamed of myself, but it is what it is. That one caught me off guard. I'm I'm Santa Claus, not fucking Dracula.
Dracula, yes.
And I laughed, and I laughed. And then we get to Grandpa shows up. Because then that's when he stops the fucking Zamboni.
And apparently he's some sort of angel or
he's
something.
The angel.
His powers.
He's the angel from the original claymation story. He's the angel that originally made Santa stop being evil. He did the bet and everything. Apparently he gave up his immortality to be mortal. And that's apparently somehow, I don't get this, okay? I don't get this. Somehow, the old guy, the grandpa, gave up his mortality to do this, but somehow still landed up. He's mortal, but he still ended up living a fucking millennium. Is that what I'm understanding correctly? Like, what?
Yeah. So that made no sense. Yeah, because if you think about it, when the deal was made that he couldn't be bad,
that was 1,000 years.
That was 1,000 years before this point.
Was that about millennium?
1,000, yes.
Yeah, it was 1,000 years. It was okay. I said millennium. I don't know why I said. Wait, what?
So
is that millennium?
A millennium? Is it a millennium?
No, millennium is 100 years.
100 years.
Century, or is it a century? No, a century. No, you know what? I don't give a fuck.
Fuck it. It was 1,000 years.
It was 1,000 years. This ain't no fucking educational show.
But doesn't in that scene? Because that scene was like weird. Doesn't he ends up running him over to him and says, "Oh, a grandpa got run over by a reindeer."
Yeah, that was earlier. That was earlier when he killed him.
It was earlier.
Because what it is, because he went up to him after the fucking reindeer ran him over. He goes, "Huh, Grandpa got ran over by a reindeer," and then he steps on his skull. Right. He steps on his head afterwards.
Yeah, that happened when okay, so that was way
that was when he died. That was when Grandpa died.
When he died, okay.
Yeah. So, okay, whatever. So you find out Grandpa's the angel. He gave up his mortality. Somehow, even though he was immortal at this point, he lived 1,000 years. Makes no sense. Whatever. So then he bets him to do it again. So good old...
the whole game thing again.
Yeah, the whole game thing again. So Goldberg stomps the ice, opens up a hole in the ice, whatever. Fire pits to hell, says, all right, well, if you lose, I can throw you in the hole. Okay. So they do the bet. You think it's going to play out the same way. Goldberg grabs Grandpa, throws him in the hole.
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Then starts fucking chasing him.
Sportsman.
Yeah. Then, okay, my bad. Then he gets shot with a nutcracker.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that stupid nutcracker. Yeah.
Yeah. Gets shot with
a good gift is a practical gift.
Yeah. Fucking bullshit. Yeah. So gets shot with the nutcracker. They go after they do that, they go to save good old Gramps. And Santa gets on the Zamboni and takes off, right? Okay. Yep. All right. So at this point, now, we failed to mention this. While they were riding the fucking snowmobiles through town, they went and rode through some hunters, whatever. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the Indian guy.
Yeah.
Native American guy.
So their bright idea is now Santa's vulnerable because apparently Christmas in the North Pole is over, so he's vulnerable now or some shit.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he was already shot with the nutcracker.
Yeah, he was already shot with the nutcracker and everything, so now he's hurt, whatever. So now their bright idea is, hey, let's go get the hunters, which, okay, you just find out that there's a fucking Santa Claus killing everybody, and he's riding a reindeer, and you're just like, cool, let's go shoot him. No shock, no whatever, right? Whatever. So whatever, they go there, they find him, they're like, let's go shoot it out of the sky. They convince them. It's not even that much of an epic thing. Nope. All of a sudden, the girl, what's her name? As they're shooting their fucking... Dude, these are like Mary. Repeaters, okay? These are repeater rifles. He's like way up in the sky, and they're shooting repeaters like they're going to hit this fucking thing. Whatever. So then Mary's dad comes out of nowhere.
Yeah.
With a fucking bazooka. And blows Santa out of the sky.
Thing out of the sky. You see chunks of meat.
You see the chunk of the just everywhere. Yeah. And you're like, okay, Santa's dead. End of the movie, right?
Yep. The bison was dead. The reindeer was dead. But not Santa.
Well, no, Santa was dead. Santa got impaled on the big old American flag.
That's right.
But ironically enough, it wasn't.
That's right. You're right.
This is where the pastor comes in. This is the pastor that he kidnapped earlier. He allowed the pastor to get blown up and die, so they think that so the townspeople think that Santa was that, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, it was pastor the whole time.
Yeah,
in the suit.
yeah. So that's what they
It's
make
fun.
everybody think. Whatever.
Yeah.
End of movie, right? Seriously cheesy, whatever,
Yep.
right? Okay, cool.
Airport scene was funny. a little bit.
Airport scene. You get into the point where now, because his sleigh's destroyed, he has to take it. You know, he has to take a practical plane to the North Pole because he got to get back home, right? Dressed like a fucking biker,
Yep.
got an actual biker vest on and everything.
Everything.
Okay, all right, cool.
Funny
And-
part was,
Go ahead.
she asks him, "So do you have any luggage?" Right? And he puts a big old Santa sack.
Yeah, big old sad sack. She's like, "Has your sack been? Has your big sack been out of your view the whole any time?" And he just looks at her
Yes.
because you know it's another
Just,
cheesy one-liner
Oh
joke.
yeah, it's another cheesy
Yeah,
sack. Big Santa, red sack. You know.
yeah, yeah.
Santa
Has
sack.
your sack been out of your sight at all? Like, got the
Yep.
fuck up.
Like, come on.
Now,
Cheesy.
credits roll. End of movie. You literally have the entirety of this fucking movie. It's about maybe it's not even that long. It's like an hour and maybe less than 20 minutes. I think.
Yeah, like 119, 125, some shit.
I
like
thought it
that.
was like 96 minutes. I could be wrong. I don't remember. But yeah.
But the way it left off, you would think they would have made.
Don't
made it two
say
since he
it.
was
Oh,
still
you
alive.
said it, you son of a bitch. They did set you up for a sequel, and you know what? I fucking swear, they better not make another
looked.
fucking movie.
Look, they haven't made one yet. That doesn't mean they won't make one, but no, they haven't made one since.
They
that
better
movie.
not. They better not. This movie better die in the fucking discount bin, never to be seen again.
This far out, 2005 and it's 2022. I don't think they'll continue from there. If anything, they'll remake that. They'll remake it and then make a 2. But
They better not even remake it. They leave this fucking movie alone. Here's the thing. I'm going to go on record. We rented this movie
Yep.
because it is not available on any. You have to do it on. You have to get it on Amazon, right? So you got to rent it. If I remember correctly, the movie was $4. $4.
Yeah.
I want my $4 back.
Yeah. $3.99 plus change.
The whole
Taxes
fucking thing.
or whatever.
I
Yeah,
want.
I want all
I
my
want it
money.
all back.
I just-
This
Yep.
movie, son of a bitch.
Fucking movie.
Like I said, okay, to be fair, if this movie, like I said earlier in the film, if this movie would have come out because I have some post notes here, right?
Mm-hmm.
For a movie that was released in 2014, like
2005.
I mean 2000, yeah, I said 2000, 2004. Well, originally 2005. It somehow there's a January 1st, 2004 date. I don't know what that is, but we're gonna stick to the DVD. We're gonna stick to the DVD release because I don't know about the other one. So for a movie that came out in December of 2005, it should have been better. If it would have come out, if this movie would have come out in the 90s along the Leprechauns and the Ernest movies at the time when these things were relevant, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I would have been fair. Fine.
Cheesy. There was a time in the 90s where a bunch of cheesy movies came out, so it would have fit
absolutely.
right in that.
This would have fit,
right in
but
there.
no, it didn't, and that's why I can't do it. This movie was bad for what it was in the time that it came out. If it would have been originally an old movie like I originally thought it was, I would have given it a little more slack. I'm trying to see if there's any other factors in here.
Hey, we've covered most of everything.
I said if you were looking for a cheesy movie, this is fine, but I wouldn't rent it. Wait for it to. You know what? You guys are watching this now. We're around the holiday season at this point.
You know what? I don't even know why this movie. I think this movie goes back to being free in January. I swear they only do that during the holidays so you can just pay for it because they know someone's going to want to watch it.
Well, I'm
again,
hoping. Here's the thing: we're in the
Yeah.
seasons right now. We're in December, right?
Yeah.
At the time we're recording, it is only available for purchase. Hopefully, maybe in the next week or so, it'll become available on one of the streaming networks. Watch it then.
Yeah.
Don't rent this movie. Don't do it. And you know what? I'm not. You know what? Other thing, if you want to, fine. I'm not going to sit there and tell. But I'm just. You're fair warned.
It is cheap enough. I mean, $3.99 is not a bad price. But
here's the thing: if they would have taken the titties out of this movie, this could have been considered. I think, but minus the little bit of vulgarity that was in it and the titties. If they would have taken the vulgarity that was in it and the titties out, this could have been a family movie.
yeah, I agree. And some of the words that they used weren't even that. Like what was it? Cock. You know.
Yeah, yeah. But those are subliminal jokes.
You know,
You could let that shit slide.
I guess words like motherfucking, like the kid said or whatever. Maybe that would have been a little offensive. But yeah, it was a very, it was a family movie without the titties.
For it being a Lionsgate, I understand that it's Lionsgate home movies, so that means it's straight to DVD. Still, I've watched quite a lot. I mean, fuck, what are some horror movies? Wasn't the original Saws? I don't know. No, they weren't Lionsgate.
I don't know. They were.
I've watched a number of I've watched a number of horror movies that were, because at one point in time, Lionsgate was a big deal when it came to horror movies. They were like the known people that made horror movies, and you know what? Some of them were really like indie movies, but they were still good. For the time that this movie came out, there was a lot of other really good Lionsgate horror movies that were coming out around the same time.
Did a lot of fun things. They had a sub studio. It was called Dead Alive Studios.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so many fucking great movies came out of that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like Lionsgate is known as even their indie department
for good movies.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. They're not all bangers, but for this movie to be released under Lionsgate's fucking umbrella, it's goddamn. Just goddamn. It's just. I'm sorry, guys. Hopefully next week's movie is a little more enjoyable for you guys. We'll get to that in a little bit here. But yeah, this one, we had to check this one off. And as checking it off, we haven't even gotten into the scores yet, but as we check this one off, I apologize. if you were the unlucky people that actually went out and do what we normally do, and you actually went to go rent this movie to be on par with us, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's like, just know that we had to do the same thing.
Which with that, you could have gotten a soda with that. You could have gotten You could have done
a really bad BJ. You know,
yeah.
I mean, a really bad BJ would have still been better than this movie. A really bad BJ by a homeless old guy would have been better than this movie.
I think a hand job in Philly is like $4. So
fuck it. But just know you're not alone. You just know that you're not alone. We were victims of this movie too. We had to rent it, so you're not alone. It wasn't just you. We didn't troll you on this one. We had to watch it too. So that was this movie. But with that being said, though, go ahead.
Click like and subscribe because I will help get that $4 back.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just like fucking hit those likes, subscribe, and fucking hit that notification bar because we need it back.
Yeah,
we need it back.
Yep. We're at a loss right now.
We're gonna make a memorial plaque and we're gonna put it in the studio of all the names that were affected by this movie. But with that said, we have come to the part in the show where if you've skipped, eventually I'm going to put this in, if I haven't already by the time this episode comes out, I'm going to put a little chapter link in the episode where you could possibly skip to the ratings if that's what you're just looking for. But we are now officially at the point in the show where we do the reviews. So let me get that on screen real quick.
Put it on there.
That's there. Maybe? Oh, no, that's the wrong thing. Okay, I think we're good. I think we got everything. Just so you guys know, this is not going to stay that way. I actually will be, hopefully by the next show, I will actually have a brand new chart for you guys, so I won't have to do this clicking shit. So hopefully only one more show we'll have to deal with that. But with that said, we are now officially at the point of this episode where we rate this movie. We rate this movie and we let you know exactly what we think and we give it our overall scoring and whatnot. If you're into this so far, we do a 1 through 5 rating on the three categories, and we give it a noble pile or a seal. You should be familiar with all that, and then after that we give it a overall rating, and that will be a score from 1 to 10, and the pile and seal are still in effect. But I explained earlier that I talked to good old VC here whether or not we should pick the same categories, because I didn't know if it was fair to this movie, because I mean obviously I went into this movie with very low expectations. I wasn't expecting this to be a great movie, so I didn't know if we kept it if we were going to keep it fair or not, and we both decided that we were going to judge this movie as we would judge any other movie.
Any other movie, yeah. I mean, because this.
If we were going to judge this movie as a shitty, cheesy movie, it might have gotten a little better. But for okay, it wouldn't have been, for a shitty, cheesy movie, it still wasn't that good. But it still wouldn't have gotten the ratings, at least from me. I don't know what VC is going to give, but it would have probably gotten a little better ratings if we weren't going to judge it like any other movie. But we are judging it like we judge anything else on this show. On this show, so that is what we're doing here tonight. I just want to get that out of the way so you guys are on the same page of why we are judging it the way we did. At least on my behalf. But like me and VC do not speak of our ratings beforehand. We like to have an organic feel with the show.
Organic feel, yeah.
So we don't really talk too much about the films. We talk about very minimal stuff just to prepare, but we do not talk about the shows. It's a very organic thing. So with that said, we are going to get into the ratings now. And, of course, we have our 3 ratings. Our 3 ratings are on story, acting, and gore. Okay, those are our 3 categories for the night. We tend to use those ones because those are, fundamental horror ratings.
Pretty much.
But with that said, we will go off, and as always, we will let VC start it off. And the first scoring from 1 to 5 is on story.
Story. The story was generic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was Satan's. What was it?
Satan's son.
He was son, I think it was.
Satan's spawn, Satan's son, whatever. I don't know, some shit like that.
So he has to put his killing dormant for 1,000 years. Cheesy. Come on. I'm going to give this one a terrible 1.5. Story was. It was generic. It was terrible. Really, they could have made a better story and done much better with this. But no, the story was generic. Crap. Okay.
You give it a 1.5. That's what you're saying for the story?
1.5, yeah. 1.5 for story.
Okay.
There was no thought put into it, in my opinion. I don't... Yeah.
That's funny. That's funny that you say that, because I actually will also give it a 1.5. I have it written down there.
Okay.
And the reason I give it a 1.5 is the premise of the film, while it was stupid and cheesy, it had potential to be a generic film, I guess. The story wasn't like by no means was it the worst concept that I had ever come across.
No.
But
but I think some people should have sat down and thought this one over just a little longer.
Yeah, just a little bit more.
Pre-production and come out with something else a little better, because no, it was just very generic. Go ahead.
It was absolutely generic. So I give it that 1.5 as you did. So I think we're both equal on that one. So moving onwards, we will go on to acting, the acting of the film. And as always, like I said, we'll give it over to you. And what would your score be? What would your star score be for the acting in this film?
I thought that most of the acting was generic as well. I think the best actress might have been Emily, the girl that played Mary. In my opinion, even Goldberg was terrible. The worst was the kid, Mr. Nicholas here.
Yeah. Fucking Nicholas.
My God, acting, Jesus Christ. I wrote it down, but I'm still double thinking about that.
Hey,
I'm gonna bring it. Okay, so I wrote down 2.
Okay,
but I'm gonna give it a 1.5. It was terrible.
Okay, so you're gonna give it a grand score of 1.5. That's what you're giving for the
1.5 again. Yeah,
for the acting. Okay.
At first, I said I'm gonna write down 2. I think no, fuck it.
After discussing this dumpster fire, we've come to
after re-talking about it and reliving it.
Yeah.
No, 1.5.
Okay, fair enough. I am going to give this a very prestigious score of our rating system here, and I'm going to give the acting the good old Noble Pile.
Whoa!
Yeah,
that's the first time, right?
No. I have delivered 1 Noble Pile on. I can't remember which. Yeah, it was. I think it was again. I think it was the acting again. I think the acting got a fucking Noble Pile as well. So this is the second Noble Pile that I will be releasing. So yeah, this movie is getting a Noble Pile for acting. It was bad. Like, it was really bad. Like. Yeah, unexcusably bad. I hate saying this because I really didn't think I was going to do this. I thought I was going to go on this one being the trophy, but this one might actually be worse. I think it's worse than Scream. I think it's definitely. I don't know, man. This movie. Okay, you know what? No, you know what? I won't go that far. You know why? Because Scream's acting was so bad that it was insulting. I think this movie wanted to be better than it was, and it was still just bad. So maybe not worse than fucking Scream. But oh man, it's a fucking runner up. Oh, it's a fucking runner up.
There.
Oh man,
no, it's a runner up definitely.
So yeah, acting noble pile, absolutely. I'm gladly give this one a noble pile. All right, so moving on to the third category of scoring, we are going to the gore meter of this movie. What would you give the star rating of the gore in this movie?
The gore, like I said, the beginning was semi. No, it wasn't gory. I'm thinking here. This is where I'm going to give my lowest score because I was very, very disappointed with the gore, period. There was no blood, like we mentioned, throughout the whole show.
There was some. There was very little, but it was like...
Very little.
It was like you cut your finger blood.
Yeah. The gore wasn't inventive. It was just regular, run-of-the-mill, cheap movie gore. So I'm going to give it... That's my lowest. I'm going to give it a 1.
You're going to give it a 1?
I'm really going to be very, very bad. I'm going to really kick this movie in the balls. It was terrible for gore.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So you're giving that a 1. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that probably the best kill, in my opinion, was the whole
the stripper pole.
The stripper pole was fun. That was a good kill, and then the Hanukkah one. That's probably like runner up.
Okay. So you're sticking with your 1.
I'm gonna stick with my 1. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
I love cheesy movies, but some you got to do better than that. Come on.
I am going to give this movie for its gore rate, the gore meter for this film. I am going to give it a noble pile. I am going to. I absolutely was insulted by the level of this movie is rated R. And the gore was so PG. Like my son could have watched this movie if it didn't have titties in it. I would have let my son watch this movie. Like
that's exactly.
Like son of a bitch. Like even when Fran Drescher's hair got caught on fire.
Yeah,
it wasn't like none of the skin was burnt. Like she just had. Nothing. You could see that she had a skull cap on, and some of the hair was missing. But there was no like burnt skin or anything. It's like son of a bitch. Yeah, the guy got stabbed in the fucking hands. No blood on his hands. He got a fucking chicken bone jammed down his throat. No blood. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, and going back to the hair part, when skin begins to burn, it begins to blister and pop right away.
And none of that was there.
Yeah, just like chicken. You know what I mean? When you fry it, nothing. There was no. Like they did not try.
Even when the guy got stabbed with the fucking. The Hanukkah fucking candle thing. I think it was a menorah. I can't remember. I'm butchering it. If I am, my apologies. But even then, he got pinned to a fucking wall with this thing, and there's no blood. Like he should have been. Like the whole fucking. If anything, the whole room was very white and bright, and like it should have been covered in blood.
The gore makeup team should be fired.
Absolutely.
Really should be.
Like he's gonna get stabbed in the neck, and there's no blood coming out of his mouth. There's no blood coming down his neck. There's not even any blood on the candle. Like, boo, fucking boo, boo. All right, boo,
boo, boo, ho, 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 boo, boo, boo. Yeah, no, it really throughout the whole film, I felt like the producer just didn't try.
He didn't try at all. But. With that being said, I guess we can get into the bare bones part. What our overall rating is. Now, the way that we do overall ratings is we don't use a star rating for that. We use a number rating. We go from 1 to 10 in between. And of course, the noble seal of approval and noble pile is in effect. I will tell you. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to tell you my score yet, but I will tell you that it's not getting a noble seal of approval.
Oh no! No, it's not getting one over here either. So,
But with that said, the overall of this movie, right? So the overall of this movie, what would you give this
Okay.
overall of this movie?
this movie, believe it or not, though the gore was terrible, though the story was terrible, because it was so terrible, it kept me wondering what other terrible shit am I gonna have to endure? And for so it kept my attention going. I'm gonna give the movie an overall of like 2.5.
I think that's the lowest rating you've given a movie so far on here.
Yeah,
Even Scream, I don't think you gave it that low.
I don't remember what I gave it, but yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, this one gets a 2.5. It kept me engaged because of the lack of everything I wanted to see. The titty scene was good. Got a couple titties, you know, that's always good for me at least. And but gore and definitely storytelling, and the acting, 2.5. I'll stick to that.
2.5. Okay. I think I got you in this one.
Okay.
I am going to give this film an overall rating. Okay. The overall rating from me is a 1.5. And let me clarify, it's a 1.5. But the only fucking reason why this movie is not getting a pile, because I thought about it. I really wanted to give this movie a noble pile. I really did. The only reason why it did not get a noble pile is because there was a few scenes where it made me chuckle. The titties were nice. I think that's it, really. A few scenes of
fake titties are always nice.
Another thing, titties are okay. They're whatever. They were fun to look at, and then it made me chuckle a little bit. So I could not give it an overall. No, I couldn't give it the noble pile. I couldn't do it.
It's funny because even even the jokes were, you know, they were so silly and so, you know, dad jokes or whatever. A lot.
And
of
I
them.
usually love it. I usually love that, but
that would have got a bigger score than the gore.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What hurts this movie the most is the acting. Well, everything about this movie is bad. There's nothing really good. The only reason why, like I said, it is not getting a pile. Was the acting worse? Was the acting worse than Scream? No. But the movie, overall movie, in every aspect, was definitely worse than Scream.
Give us the budget, whatever budget they use for this movie. Give it to me and you. Put us 100% in charge of the story, and we would come out with a banger. There's so many ideas that I have in my head already that could have gone. That would have done wonders for this movie.
Absolutely. So that's why I said to go on record. Like I said, the only reason this movie is not getting a pile, it is going to get the 1.5. The only reason it's not getting a pile and it's getting a 1.5 out of 10 is because of the fact that it made me chuckle a little bit and the titties were nice for a moment. Other than that,
and let's be honest, even though his acting was terrible, it's always fun to see Bill Goldberg. Come on, you know. I was a big fan of Bill Goldberg growing up. So.
I was a fan of Bill Goldberg, the wrestler, when I was a kid, and then I got older, and then I got tired of seeing his big ass.
Well, I'm definitely tired of him now because they just try to use him for he's a money grab now.
Well, yeah,
bring a man when they need. Yeah, he's a money grab now, but.
I could do without it. I could do without it.
Yeah, I knew this movie was going to be cheesy, but the fact that he was in it made me go into it with some good, with some better hopes. And the fact that he was in it was
you went in with more hopes than me. But I'm gonna take this chart off screen real quick if you want to say anything while I'm doing that.
Yeah, I mean, just the fact that he was in it made the movie, that's why I gave it the 2.5 overall. I think you took his celebrity out of that movie and put just another generic Santa Claus that would have gotten a lesser score. Unless that Santa Claus would have been amazing, but I highly doubt it.
I'm trying to think who. I don't. That's the thing. I don't think anyone in their right fucking mind would have taken this role.
Well, I was actually going to say that I think this movie itself was a money grab. They knew that if they put Goldberg in this movie, they could make a cheesy ass movie, and somebody was still going to buy this movie. They knew that.
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't know. I'd love to sit here and tell you that if someone offered me money, I wouldn't do this movie, but I'm greedy, so I probably would have done the role too.
I was going to say, as broke as I am right now, like, throw me whatever role. Make me the
do you want to be the cheesy ass Santa that goes around killing people? Yeah, sure. Yeah. It's gonna be a really horrible movie. You sure? Yeah, sure. Let's go. Let's do that.
Let's do that. Fuck it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'd like to sit here and be so righteous to tell you that no, I wouldn't do it, but I can't.
I'm trying to think back. In 2005, was he was huge, obviously, to get a role, but
he was a big fucking deal because I mean, at that time, the WCW had just went down, and Vince had bought everything up, and he had just made his debut around that time, if I'm correct.
Yeah,
because it was around that whole Brock Lesnar thing. I'm trying to remember. It's been years since I did watch this shit.
Yeah,
but
I think
he was a big deal.
He was at that point where he was big already, so obviously they wanted to put him in a movie, but I don't think he had enough money to turn down this type of role at that time.
No. This is Lionsgate movie. They probably gave him a nice little chunk of money, and he's like, sure.
All you got to say is ho 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 and a couple one-liners,
and just do some wrestling moves and kill people violently,
and boom,
not gory, but just violently. Because I will say he did kill people violently, just no blood.
Well, any killing is violent, but I mean, like...
yeah, because that last movie we did, there was some really weak-ass kill scenes in it, so...
True. But, I mean, they were violent, but not gory.
No, they would have definitely benefited from... If you're going to put violence in it... Here's my thing, right? Not every horror movie needs gore, right? And you've seen that in the one movie that we did, Old, right? We didn't have a gore meter in that, okay? Even though that movie did not get a great review from me, and M. Night Shyamalan can lick my whole asshole, it still didn't need gore, right? So there are movies, and we're going to watch other movies on here that don't need it. This movie needed it.
The story is told just right. You don't even need gore.
But the thing is, this movie needed it.
It needed it.
Fucking needed it. Needed so much of it. It would have probably, if there was gore in this movie, I would have given it a better score.
I wanted more violent death scenes or inventive ones too. Like everything was generic. It wasn't nothing new. Like,
you're gonna kill him with a menorah. Oh,
maybe that one was maybe the most innovative one. That was like the only one.
The best one for me, if I had to sit there and say kill scene, was the stripper pole one. Getting killed with the stripper pole. That was like, okay, cool. You electrocuted him to death after throwing a fucking... Okay, cool, whatever. But the rest of it, no. I will say, out of all so far, right, and I've seen some stinkers. And again, Scream was a horrible movie. Horrible movie. If we're judging it overall, as well as I said before, there was production parts of the Scream movie that weren't bad. That's the reason why I think I can't remember the exact score. I'm gonna have to start writing scores that I did for other movies down. But I know I didn't give that movie as much of a low rating as I gave this one. Overall, this movie is absolutely not the acting. Believe it or not, the acting in this movie is a little better than Scream was, right?
Oh, yeah.
Which isn't really going very far. But the overall, this movie definitely is the worst one so far.
Yeah, I think so far the two movies that I really love out of our entire series is Hellraiser and X.
Yes,
those two movies
absolutely. Hellraiser and X were brilliant.
Amazing. Brilliant movies. The other ones,
The other ones were hit and miss. Like I said, the Taking of Deborah Logan was okay. Halloween Ends was okay. Malignant, well, you've seen that. I wasn't a big fan of that. Old, Scream. We're only on this is only episode 8, so we got plenty more.
Oh yeah. We're not done.
No, we're not done. We're only in December, guys. We got plenty more to go. So hopefully we have some more better quality. Like I said, we had to do a few Christmas ones. Like I said, next episode, which will release on the next Friday from this one, that one will be on Red Snow. If I remember correctly, because I don't want to give too much away, if I remember correctly, it's a vampire Christmas movie.
It is a vampire Christmas movie, and if you want to watch it so you can join us, I found it on Prime Video.
Yeah, it is on Prime Video, free with ads, I believe.
With ads, unfortunately. I think you have to get like their next tier or whatever. Some crap like that, which I'm not even going to bother. I'm going to just watch it.
I already got Prime Video. I'm cool. I'll just watch the movie. I'm not worried about it. But yeah, if you like he said, if you do want to join us, as always, we like to give you the movie that's going to come out next. We don't like to release too much information about other episodes because we don't want you getting into ahead of yourself. But the next episode will be Red Snow, and that is our last Christmas horror movie that we will do until the next time
Christmas.
Until the next time we're forced to do this shit. We're going to try to hit other themed ones too because we like to stick with some tradition here.
Oh yeah. I mean, we'll talk about that later.
Yeah. But yeah, all in all, like I said, if you want to watch that, like I said, get in there, watch Red Snow, and because as we've said on past episodes, this is not a strict review show, so we're not sitting here just giving you a rating and going on. This is a discussion-based show, so
yes.
We want to make sure that you can join.
You're going to get spoilers and everything.
Yes.
Oh, and also, where can they exactly go to, like, if they want to join us?
Where can they?
Recording?
Yeah, in the chat. In the chat. Right there on the YouTube, you can either do one of two things. We definitely want you to sound off in the comments on the YouTube. Of course, always do that, right? Also, other than that, you can go in the Discord. The Discord is a fun and interesting place to voice your opinions on this show, past shows, and everything else that happens. And that can be found, as always, right here, guys. Right there, that URL. That URL is linktr. No, what is it? Fuck, let me read it real quick. Oh, yeah, okay. I always forget how they do it because it's not your typical URL. It is linktr.ee/noble_GI. That is linktr.ee/noble_GI. And you will find all things Noble and Noble affiliated inside that link. Okay, that is the YouTube page, the Twitch page, the Instagram page, the Twitter page, the I always fucking forget this one. Come on, TikTok. There you go. The TikTok page, the Facebook page, and anything else that we add that's Noble content. And of course, there is Noble affiliation, so you will find Synthpop Radio and things of VNG network related. So get in that link.
Keep an eye on it because I have other projects that I have to send them and everything. So there's going to be a couple
different
things in there.
There's going to be a lot of it. So right there, guys. That right there, that link. Get in it, especially the Discord. I've voiced this so many times, and I will continue voicing it because it's so important. Get in the Discord. The Discord is very important. We need to talk, guys. We need to communicate. This is how we know how to better do this shit for you, the viewer. So remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bar, bell, hit it, okay? Bing, bing, hit that motherfucker so you can be notified whenever we do shit. Yeah, just twiddle it.
Give that bell more gore than we got with this movie.
Fucking right. Murder that fucking bell, okay? Hit that shit like you're slamming your fucking your girlfriend. Just slam that shit. Fuck it up, okay? But yeah, hopefully you guys at least enjoyed what we did tonight for you guys, and it was an entertaining show from us at least. Like I said, if you thought the movie was garbage, so did we. So it is what it is. But hey, if you like this movie, that doesn't mean we don't disagree with you. I mean, we don't like it, but that doesn't mean. Tell us in the chat. Tell us in the comments down below, and also tell us in Discord and Facebook and everywhere else. Let us know that you like the movie and we're assholes for not liking it. That's fine.
Exactly.
That's
tell us
fine.
Where you disagree. I want to know.
Tell me what you liked about this movie, because we love diversity here. Okay, we love to know how things are. It's not just our opinions that matter. We just do this show because we love horror movies and we love talking about them, and we love talking about them with you guys. Okay, so
let's talk.
But yeah, like I said, next episode that is released, that will be episode 9 on the following Friday from here. That one will be on Red Snow. It is a vampire Christmas movie. That will be our last Christmas movie for the season. Because we don't have no reason, because that will, obviously that'll be a couple days before Christmas. So we have no reason to do any more of this shit, and I don't have to wear this shit. Hopefully this has entertained you.
This movie.
What is it?
I'm hoping it's better than the movie we just reviewed.
Oh, I fucking hope so too. Jesus Christ. But like I said, with that said, guys, hopefully you enjoyed the show. Hopefully we've entertained you. Like, of course, get to that URL, get in there, join all the shit that's in there, enjoy that content. Like, follow, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell here on the YouTube channel and anywhere else you're fucking listening to this, because we're probably gonna have other platforms at some point. Some audio platforms we'll probably have. So remember to keep an eye on that. That's what that link is for, and that's what the Discord. You'll be notified of everything. But with that said, do you have any parting words for the good old audience?
Only one word, and that's peace.
Peace, peace, peace.
Peace.
So with that said, you heard it here. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Come join us next Friday for Red Snow. Until then, keep it spooky, people, and we will see you when we see you.